Alrighty, YouTube, and welcome to another weekly anime topic video. Now, as you can see from the topic that we're going to be discussing by reading the description of the video, we're going to be talking about if Sukuna was a fraud or not. I've been doing a lot of these fraud topics because they're kind of fun to do, in my opinion. And this is more of a follow-up on that Gojo video I did on if Gojo was a fraud or not. Since, it's a fun clickbait to reuse. So, obviously, this is even better with Sukuna because, Sukuna had been having the fraud title for a while due to the fight with Gojo and how Gojo was giving him these hands like it was a goddamn I don't know, I can't think of a joke right now, but pretty much he was beating the living shit out of Sukuna. And people have been making jokes about it with the clown makeup and all. And now that we have, I actually was gonna do this video last week instead of the Gojo one, but then the Gojo reveal came out, so I was like, shit, good thing I waited to make this video and did that one instead, which it's popped off and you guys really enjoy, so that's why I'm happy to do this rendition of it. And I'm actually happy again that I waited. Honestly, I should have probably waited even longer to make this, because with the Kashimoto fights, we're getting a lot of reveals. Like, for example, we just got revealed manga spoilers. Sukuna had a transformation all along. Made himself much stronger into his prime form. Forearm Sukuna with a weapon and shit. So, I just want to discuss that bit of information mostly. And what I think about it and how, just think about the context of what Gojo said about Sukuna not going all out. About how Gojo claimed that he's uncertain if he could have beaten Sukuna without the forearms. I mean, that's my bad, without the 10 shadows. I meant to say not forearm. And to really go on about that, you gotta remember this. Gojo has the 6 eyes, and he can see a lot of shit with that. To the point that, if I remember correctly, he can dissect people, curse techniques because of it, and tell what they are, and say, know if they're good or not. And because of that, he was able to probably tell that Sukuna was not going all out, and how he said it. And like I said, I just really want to analyze and go over this topic currently. So, first thing I want to point out is the fact that, like I said, statement by Gojo, if you like it or not, Sukuna was not going all out. And honestly, from what we see, Sukuna was trying to win in a certain way instead of trying his true best, to the point that we know that he never used his true form, which from what we are gathering is a power amp that makes him even stronger. And also within this power amp forearm Sukuna state, where he's in his prime body, he's also holding his prime weapons. Now, we don't know what they do exactly yet, besides maybe one of them being lightning based or some shit. So they probably wouldn't have helped that much versus Gojo. The only thing that would have helped versus Gojo with this is a clear increase in power. Obviously, from what we see. A free insta-heal, because what we saw, this instantly healed all wounds he had. And this could have been massive in a couple ways, and this is why he probably could have won with this form, even without the 10 Shadow. Is, first off, if he's getting the massive power increase and a free heal from it, he could have done this to help him win the domain class a couple times to finally beat Gojo, meaning that he didn't need Magaraga to teach him how to cut through space. Not only that, but potentially, as like you said, like I said, he has 4 arms now, and he's probably more adept fighting with 4 arms than 2 arms, since he lived with that for the majority of his life. Meaning that his hand-to-hand combat skills should be much higher, not only because he has more arms now, but he should be adept to using a fighting style that evolves around having 4 arms. Meaning that he should be less likely getting knocked out in the middle of a fight several times like he did versus Gojo. But not only that, but his raw strength should be even higher too. This man is like twice his height, built like a truck. Like, holy shit. So, yeah, Prime Sukuna probably would have did a lot better. Personally, the way I interpret it is due to the constant statement about how much of a genius that Sukuna is, and how he can learn anything from seeing it, which is why he was able to learn from Magaraga. Is honestly, I think he could have eventually learned how to cut through space itself on his own, if pushed hard enough, especially into his true form. we don't know what he's hiding underneath, what secret weapons he has yet, or his full array of techniques. So I just really want to like point that out, just because people are really unhappy with Gojo saying that he is unsure if he could have won versus a non-Ten Shadow Sukuna, and as well as stating that Sukuna didn't go all out versus him, which is just verbatimly fact, because now we know about his true form he could have brought out this entire time. And it just makes you really think about it. And I don't know, I still feel bittersweet about it. I talked about it a lot last week about how I feel about the way Gojo went down, how it's bittersweet, and how it's kind of in character for both of them, for Gojo to go down like a Chad, but also for Sukuna to win underhandedly by like any memes, even if it's viewed to be cowardly out of nowhere, and kind of like this like jump scare horror out of nowhere kill. So I feel like it personally like fits both the characters just fine, in my opinion. But yeah, it is pretty interesting to see Sukuna has 4 arms now, and he had a final form this entire time. And honestly, with Kashimo pushing Sukuna to this form, there's some debates about how well Kashimo could do against Gojo here, especially with his new final technique. The only issue is Infinity, and we don't know if Kashimo has anything to deal with that. The only reason why Sukuna was able to do it was 2 reasons. Have Magaraga for the hacks. He has a domain that can bypass it, and he has Cleave and Dismantle. I forgot which one. I don't know. Remember, those are 2 different ones, but pretty much the cut attack that he should be able to adapt with on his own without Magaraga, as I stated before. So overall, I don't think Sukuna was much of a fraud. I feel like he was just playing a game of chess, and he was trying not to reveal all his trump cards and shit, playing on the back foot, trying to like wait for the moment to win. Because as we saw, he played slow and meticulous with the tools he had, trying to let Magaraga be a guide to learn how to cut through Infinity to play on easy mode. And just overall, yeah, I don't think Sukuna is that much of a fraud. Gojo's a Chad. I hope they do more with him, kind of low key. I'm kind of conflicted on that. I know he had to die for plot, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. And to, like, comment down below what you think. And I see you guys next week. Bye.